All right, what's going on? I'd like to introduce you to my OBS setup. Pretty happy about this. Took me a minute to figure it out, but once I got it, it's a perfect setup. All right, so I want to talk about the count in. So that's shift 10. You can see it cycling through. So depending on what mode you're on, it does different things. The three modes being pattern select, record, and resample. So we're going to start with pattern select. So hit pattern select. We're in this mode. And I'm going to set it to be on count in wait. So this means after I hit record and I choose which sample and I choose my bars and hit record, it's going to wait for me to do something. So we're going to just jump in here with this one. All right, so here's our pattern. All right, let's say I wanted to count in. All right, so we're going to try this. Hit pattern select, record. We're going to do a one measure count in. We're going to put this one on the second one. We're going to do 4 bars again. When we hit record, it's counting in. So we just start with the drums. Doesn't seem like it's on at the moment, but we're going to work with that. I couldn't even time that if I wanted to. All right, so you see the two ways of, so you have to wait for it, and then I don't need to show you, but 2 bars will give you 2 bars. Count and wait's the first one we did. Count off, it just starts when you hit record. And this one for me was a bonus because I didn't get it at first. So let's say, I don't know what's up with those drums. Let me see what's going on. So my drums are 90, and let's see, tempo, project's 90. They were hitting last night. All right, so let's say, all right, for this one, we'll just play it in here. All right, so let's say we're on pattern select, got our pattern, and we're just gonna let it, when I hit record, actually that's not what I'll show you, but let's say counting's off. So when I hit record, hit the one I want, hit record, now it's recording, so we're just gonna, so now I got this third pattern. Now, if I wanted to record over that one, right? So hit pattern record, record. Now, even though it's like muted or whatever, you can still hit it. And now you're gonna overdub that one. And then I wanna count in for this, but it won't let me do this from this screen. So I have to just pop out real quick. From here, I can do that. So I'm gonna do a 1 bar measure, hit record, it's coming in. The gate's on. So that's a pattern select mode. Record mode, let's say you're in record, get out of pattern select, and let's say you're in record mode. So all these blinking ones are empty. We're going to put it at 15. And let's say you do a one bar measure. All right, one count in, hit record, it's going to count in. And now if you had something playing, it would start recording. All right, so let me just set something up. So I have a sample over here, which you can hear. Let me get out of here. All right, so that sample is just playing in the background, looping. Actually, we're going to take this off. All right, so let's say I want to hit record, pattern I want to record 2, count in, and I'm time it out. All right, and we get nothing. What's up with that? All right, so you see how there's like that little space there? Now let's say we didn't want the space. We just wanted to record as soon as the sound comes in. So for that, we're going to set the count in to count in wait. So now it's waiting for a sound. So I'm going to pause it could be a record, it could be a tape, it could be your voice. This happens to be iTunes. All right, so hit record. I want it on 11. I hit record, it's waiting. I play the track. It's recording. So now you can see, I don't know if you can see that little screen, but you could hear at least when I hit it, it's playing. Whereas the other one, there's a little space there that I gotta go back and clean it up. All right, and the last mode is resample. So let's say I want to resample this one with some filter on it. All right, so I'm gonna hit resample. I'm gonna put it in 7, and so just to show what I'm talking about here. So let's say I have my count in at 2 measures, right? I hit resample, I hit the pad I want, and then when I hit the pad, it starts recording. Now it's on gate. I hate gate. Take gate off. All right, so regardless of what this is set on, so let's say I'm on 1 bar. When I hit resample, and I hit the pad I want, and I hit, so the blinking ones mean that's where your samples are on. It's going to start recording as if the setting was on, like by default, it's always on a count and wait for the resample. All right. So I hope that makes sense. If not, just play around with it. That's how I figured out, just hitting things and going one by one. But if I could save anyone a step or two, yeah. All right.